think we're okay.
All right.
Okay.
Just have to yell really loud. I can hear you there if you're really loud.
Okay, I think we're ready to start our meeting. Chair Nelson, before we start, we'll just explain to our audience that we've had some technical challenges, so we don't have everything in living color and big pictures, but we can record the audio and you'll be able to go through the agenda. So with that, Chair Nelson, before we start, we'll just explain to our audience that we've had some Stephanie, I think your microphone's challenges, so we can have everything in living color and big pictures, but we can record the audio. Go through the agenda. So with that, Chair Nelson, before we start, we'll just explain to our audience that we've had some Stephanie, I think your microphone's challenges, so we can have everything in living color. Catherine, we're getting feedback of the recording. It's about a 30-second delay. So it's the time. Okay, we're at 6:07 after all. Okay.
Okay, it is June 3rd, 2021 at the Butte Falls School District Office at 6:07 p.m. And we are having a special board meeting with Zoom and three of the board members, Dr. Long here at the district office. Stephanie Pitts is on via Zoom. So that said, I will call the meeting to order. We'll do a roll call.
Mark Carlton,
Dan Murphy, Steve Nelson, and
Stephanie Pitts.
and Stephanie Pitts. I don't see Aaron Warman in this anywhere. Okay. Next, we would do a pledge of allegiance. I don't know where our flag is. We can pretend the flag is over there in the corner. You want to do that?
let's envision that.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll go to 1.3, agenda review and approvals. Dr. Long, are there any changes or amendments to the agenda?
Nope, I think it's a very short and direct special meeting. Thank you.
Okay, so do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make the motion. No second.
We have a motion by Murphy, a second by Mark. All those in favor?
Aye. Stephanie, we didn't hear you. We've lost Stephanie.
Okay.
We still have a quorum though.
Yep. We'll go to 2.0, new business. 2.1, consider pre-purchase of material for elementary seismic project. Dr. Long.
Been meeting with the contractor, Vitus Construction, Corey Vitus, and ZCS. And as you are all aware, there's been significant inflation in materials costs for certain construction sectors. And in our case, for our project, it's impacted the sheathing, which is what's going to secure the exterior of the building, and metal work that's going to be used to repair and replace parts of the metal roofing on the elementary campus. And it seemed like there was one other item too. Roofing, I believe was the piece. Anyway, when we met a week ago, those costs of steel had escalated by 75%. And is scheduled to go up another 10 to 30% this Monday for the type of material we're looking at. And so, and then in figuring those things in, Corey was concerned because our contingency just evaporated. And we need a contingency on this project. Corey has been in this business for a long time, and he is going out to his sources and to some contractors who maybe have materials that their projects aren't panning out. And he thinks he's found a way to get the cost back down to where we would have about 140,000 in contingency, which is what we need on this project. But he knows costs are going to go up again. And his solution will probably evaporate too. Requesting at this point an early work amendment, which would allow the purchase of those materials. And for those of you in the room, I just received this afternoon the cost budget with some modifications, and I guess it outlines what the basic areas are that they want to pre-purchase. One has to do with the asbestos abatement for $41,379. The roofing tear off and insulation for $488,145. And the metal siding, which would be $116,130. And so those, along with the CMGC fees that go in there, which we agreed on, and the bond that goes along with this, the total would be $676,645.39. And what I'm coming to the board is with the recommendation that the board approves the early work amendment to cover that amount of $676,645.39. So we can purchase these materials tomorrow. And we basically protected our contingency, and we'll have materials to move ahead. And if there are any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
What's the risk?
Well, the risk is if we don't do it, that we'll have to dip into our pockets. This is really protecting, to some degree, our finances on this, because the grant is a fixed amount of money.
I mean, what's the risk of this early work?
The downside would be if the project, we decided not to continue in a month, then we have these materials.
Okay.
The reality is the cost of them is going to escalate. They probably could be liquidated and we get our money back, except for the fees and so on. Yeah.
So the amount of money, do we have that from the grant in our financial system?
Yeah. Rachel, you're on the line. Can you talk about how do we have funding to cover this? I know the answer, but she's your business manager.
Yeah, you'll hear my dinner cooking in the background, so I apologize if there's a lot of background noise because I forgot there was a meeting and started dinner. But yes, there's funds.
Smells really good, by the way.
It's show you chickens, so yeah, it should be pretty good. There is funds available in the interim until we're able to get the grant reimbursed. And as soon as the check gets issued and funded, then I will turn around and ask for a reimbursement back from for the grant. And that usually takes about a week in between the time that I submit for it and the time that it shows back up in our bank. So it would just be a week of having to basically fund that ahead of time.
And we do have the funding available. We have a mechanism.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's what I wanted to know is if we had access to the money, or if we had the money, or what the story was on that. So that's not going to be an issue.
No. And I talked with Corey, he'll order the materials, and then when the bill comes, that's when we have to do the turnaround. So we don't have to release money tomorrow or Monday. It's when this gets to the point of paying.
And so the costs that he is giving us right now are costs that are definitive right now.
That's what if he files these tomorrow, he can lock those costs out.
Okay, otherwise, if we don't do this as fast as possible, we're going to be looking at maybe some substantial price increases, like you said, in supplies.
Well, and actually, in the case of the asbestos, there's a real competition for contractors, and this secures them so they can get going on that work as soon as school lets out.
All right. So, Steffi, if you can hear this. I don't see it there. Okay. Well, that said, we've had a little bit of a discussion. Then it looks like we would just basically make a motion to approve pre-purchasing material for the elementary seismic project.
Yeah, and executing an early work amendment,
Okay.
and in the amount not to exceed $676,645.39.
Okay, beat the amount again. It's $676,645.39. So do we have a motion to complete the early work agreement for the project in the amount of $676,645.39?
I'll make the motion that we approve the pre-purchase of materials for the elementary seismic project and the early work agreement in the amount of $676,645.39.
We have a motion.
I'll second.
We have a second by Mark, motion by Mark. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Stephanie, are you there? I see your picture up again. We can't hear you though. At this point, we have 3 yes votes, votes recorded, the motion would pass.
okay. So that said, we'll go to 2.2 calendar adjustments. 2021 district calendar and 2021-2022 district calendar.
Let's do the 2021 first, if we could. As I shared with the board at your last board meeting, in order to get our contracting work done, we may have to modify the calendar this year. This calendar reflects that modification and reduces the school year by 1 day. The last day of school becomes the 16th rather than the 17th. And the teacher in service day is on the 17th. And we need people off that elementary campus on the 18th. So it gives us a full day on the 17th, not only to have our teachers here, but all of our support staff to make sure we get things put away for any interior construction, demolition, asbestos work that needs to occur. It's going to be really tight, but we need to reflect it in our calendar.
Okay. So do you want to discuss the next year's calendar too, or have a motion to accept?
Let's do this one first. Yeah.
Okay, so I need a motion.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
What, is that the only change of 1 day?
Yes.
I see snow, it talks about snow days, June 21st. And upper right hand corner.
Okay. So at what actually was on our previous calendars, we had teachers coming back on the 21st as a work day. We were going to slide that day to the 18th, and now that we're changing it, we're sliding to the 17th. So the 21st becomes the 17th. Essentially.
Okay. Okay. So is there an imbalance in days now?
There is a slight one, but we have a basis where we can petition the state on that and be fine, given the pandemic. Our original calendar had us ending on the 16th. And we captured all our snow days as makeup days to try to gather more instruction, but we should be okay.
Okay.
We are releasing teachers a day early, but they have to get all their grades and everything done, so they're going to be working in the cracks to get this done.
Sure,
So
sure.
we're fine with that.
Okay. Any question?
So do we have a motion to amend the Butte Falls School District 2021 school calendar to show the end of school as June 16th, 2021.
I'll make that motion.
Have a second?
Second.
I have a motion by Mark, second by Murphy. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye,
Oh, we got Steffi. Okay.
I'm back. I'm back. I don't know for how long, but I'm trying.
Okay.
Thank you.
And so now we'll talk about the Butte Falls School District 21-2022 calendar. Dr. Long.
And we made an error when we gave this to you. We got a little exuberant with spring break and we put it a week too late, is what happened. And so it really should be the 4th week, which is the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Those days would not be green then, they would be clear, and the 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st would be green, meaning that those are school days.
So let me look and see. So off in the notes in the right says March 28th through the 31st says spring break, no school.
Let me go consult with our board secretary 1 second to make sure.
I'm right here, 'cause I can't see you guys.
Okay, so
So did you get the, okay, so spring break has to be the last full week of
Oh,
March.
okay, you had it here
Yes.
before.
So, and I had it here, which makes it not the full week. So it has to be this week.
Okay, so it has to be the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Correct.
And then the 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st would be school days.
Yeah, and I forgot to green it in.
Okay, that's what I
I'll,
was,
I'll fix the green stuff.
and the note over here would then for March would have spring break, not the 28th.
Yes.
It'd be the 21st to the 24th.
Yes.
That's all we wanted to clarify. So
Sorry,
we,
guys. I failed at calendar on that one.
Okay,
but that is the change we need to make.
so that said, any questions?
No question.
Okay, so we need a motion to amend our 2021 to 2022 school calendar to reflect spring break for March 2022, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of March.
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mark, second by Murphy. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye,
And Steffi?
aye.
We have that done. Okay. Now. So I guess unless there's anything else at this point in time, we will go out of regular session at what time?
It is 6:23.
6:23, and we will go into executive session under ORS 192.660 2D, labor negotiations.
Okay, we're gonna pause.